I'm going to start today's episode a little bit differently because I just have to say that one of our favorite things about growing wellness for Hugh is the incredible people we get to meet in our community. And when we meet these incredible individuals, we want to hype them, connect them, and share their stories. So for today's guest, here's how it happened. Last year in 2023, I had been trying a variety of different greens powders for ingredients and taste. Some were a little bit too sweet, some a little bit too earthy, some had way too many ingredients. And around that time, our community gal Jazz hosted a fall women's wellness dinner that Whitney and I went to. And Jazz sat me next to our guest, Miss Jessi Porras, which was definitely very intentional because her and I connected instantly chatting about all things gut health, nutrition, and she had randomly brought some samples of greens that she was taking. It's literally like I manifested it. It was the Arbonne Greens Synergy Elixir. And wow, y'all, best tasting greens I've ever had with just the right amount of effective ingredients. So I reached back out to Jessi and was like, how do I get more of these? Fast forward to today, Whitney and I are now Arbonne consultants with Jessi, who we are so excited to hype here today in the Panorama Brand Studio. Jessi is a wife to a college baseball coach, mother to Nora, Arbonne business owner, and occupational therapist. Over the last 4 years, while working her business on the side of her full-time job, Jessi climbed to the top 2% of Arbonne as regional vice president through helping her clients and consultants. Becoming Arbonne BP has allowed her to reduce back her occupational therapist hours to part-time and so many other amazing benefits that she's going to share about. So get ready to hear Jessi's Arbonne story, how the products can help you achieve your health goals sustainably, open doors to another stream of income, and of course, we're going to squash the stereotype of network marketing. Jessi, we're so thankful to have you as a friend and a mentor, and we know you're going to continue to inspire so many people.
Thanks for the intro, Alexis.
How are you feeling?
It was the greens that kicked us off, and I'm so grateful for the greens because I don't think I would have met you if you did not fall in love with it. So
yes.
I'm grateful that we met. But thank you all so much for having me on. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm a small town girl with like a big shot, like in the city vibes, and I love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, so a little bit about me, like what Alexis said. We met and we hit it off right away. I feel like we're really connected on just our love for wellness. Mm-hmm. And then I met Whit, obviously, through Alexis, and I'm so grateful that we're all here together. Yeah. But yeah, I want to really focus today on sharing my story, but also, like you said, like squashing the stereotype that network marketing can have, because I was a hater myself. And I just, I had recently graduated with my master's in occupational therapy. Wow. And I had a little bit of that ego on my shoulder of like, this is not for people who have degrees. This is for someone who maybe just wants to earn some extra income. And I had just heard of network marketing, like doing the Mary Kay in the living room parties. And I was like, not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Like, I'm more of an introvert, I would say. And so just speaking in front of people and just, I liked the idea of business coupled with wellness.
Me too.
But the network marketing aspect, I had to get some questions answered because I was definitely skeptical. And I come across a lot of people who are, which for a good reason. I mean, there are a good way to go about this, and there's also a bad way. Mm-hmm. There are good network marketers out there, and there are bad ones, just like any other career. And so I quickly saw one of the first, I guess I'll start with my story, like you said. One of my first, introductions to Arbonne was when there was a naturopathic physician, Dr. Tanda Cook, who was an Arbonne consultant. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, my ego needs to chill because I'm over here as a therapist, and this is a functional naturopathic physician who is choosing to partner with this company. Mm-hmm. And I thought, there's got to be something to this that I don't know. And then I saw Dr. Mo Berger, who is a neuroscientist, who we met in Austin at our previous retreat. And I was like, okay, there definitely has to be something to this gig that I don't know about. And so decided to drop my ego, drop what I had thought about the industry, and really look into it a little bit more. So
I love that. I resonate with so many things you said. And Winnie and I both have full-time jobs as well, but through creating Wellness for Hugh, which, you know, is our entrepreneur baby, business baby, we've really become more open-minded. Because I think sometimes you get pigeonholed when you have a 9-to-5, like that's the only way to work and bring in income, but there's so many other ways to do it. So if you kind of tap into the entrepreneur, that resonates a little bit more with network marketing, and you're a little bit more open to it. So when you were telling, obviously I fell in love with the products, and I also wanted to mention I did the 30-day gut reset with you guys in January and love that, and that's always a game changer. And then from there we had the Austin retreat on top of that, and I just was like, okay, I want to hear more about the business. It already aligns with what we do for wellness, with my health coaching. Tell me more. Like, why shut it down when it could open a door? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love that.
And I think I got into it a couple weeks after you did. Alexis came back from the Austin retreat, and I knew it because she was texting me like, I got to tell you more about Arbonne. I'm like, here we go. She's going to be coming in hot.
She's brainwashed.
I'm like, I already know. And, you know, to be fair, I did sign up and then had a freak out and then canceled everything. And then
was that like, because a couple people got into your head?
People got in my head about the network marketing. And of course I went on Google and I just started doing little spinnies in my head. And then I was like, what am I doing? And then I canceled, freaked out. And you guys were like, wait a second, what are you doing? And then I had to come to Jesus.
Don't believe the haters, believe your friends.
I know. Had to come to Jesus moment with Alexis. And then like within 2 hours, re-signed back up.
Totally normal experience. I mean, I feel like everyone starts out with those, you know, my friend from middle school was going to make fun of me. Like, who cares? You know?
Who cares?
But here's the thing, like, there's so much that is on the other side of this that is so empowering, and it is the perfect combination of business mixed with entrepreneurship, mixed with wellness, mixed with impact. And that's why I love it, because there's really no other opportunity like this for such a low startup cost. Like, there's really nothing out there.
I agree. So, I want to go on and on, but just so we catch the audience up, Jessi, what is Arbonne?
Yes, that's a great question.
In case you don't know.
So Arbonne, I had never heard of it before. I was introduced back in 2020 by a college friend. But so Arbonne, basically, we're a European-based company. We're certified B Corp, and we have over 4 decades of history. And we're actually ranked #1 globally for B Corp, which means that we balance profit and people. We balance profit with people and planet. And so I love that they're B Corp certified. That's huge as a company and as a wellness company.
Yeah, and they have higher points than several other brands ranked as
So that means basically more sustainability. They care more about the environment and what they're
making an effort to be less.
Yes, more sustainable and more impactful. We have raised over, I believe, $3 million for youth that are struggling with mental health issues. And so we do things far beyond just making a profit for wellness. We go out in our community and we help, and that's what I love about Arbonne. But our brand philosophy embraces the connection between the mind, body, skin. We ban over 2,000 harmful and toxic ingredients. Since we are a European-based company, this company was started in the 1980s in Switzerland, and we abide by the European Union standards, which we ban over 2,000 ingredients, but over in Europe, they ban 1,300. And here in our FDA, obviously, it's complete. It's 10 to 13. So it doesn't even compare with products that are made here and even in Europe too. So we're certified vegan. We're formulated without gluten and dairy, no soy, non-GMO. I just say we have all the frees. And there's over 400 products in Arbonne. It's not just nutrition, which I love. There's really something for everyone. So it's that one-stop shop that people can expand what they're purchasing from you versus a bigger supplier. So it's actually pretty genius that we just are known for like the OG clean, non-toxic brand.
Yeah.
And this is one thing that I really love that I just have to say. Our products are third-party verified and co-developed with experts in holistic medicine and nutrition fields, and we have a scientific advisory board. So our 30-day program, like you said, was actually designed by a registered dietitian and a functional nutritionist. So this isn't just like Arbonne's nutrition. This is like co-developed with experts in the field to come together and create a program, a lifestyle program, basically.
Something I thought was fascinating at the Austin retreat was, I believe Mo said that was it Mo that said she wore the blood sugar monitor whilst doing the products in like a 30-day, and her blood sugar stayed balanced.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing, because one of the biggest things I coached on for health clients was how to balance your blood sugar. Because if it's going up and down like a roller coaster, you're going to feel that in your energy, in your cravings, in your mood. And so that's so important.
Yeah, it's huge. And that's why I really respect the people who developed the program. And I could talk days about our 30-day program, because that's what changed the game for me. Like, that's why I decided to take this business opportunity and run with it, because I was struggling with chronic gut issues, something that I had been going to different physicians and doctors my entire life. I really felt like a lab rat, like I was just picked and probed with everything. And not once did they assess the holistic side of like what I was consuming. And it goes far beyond nutrition too. It was what was in the products my beauty products, you know, the toxic overload that can add up coupled with your nutrition. So it was kind of that broader picture that I decided to go to actually a registered dietitian. And in that same month I found Arbonne, and it was like a whole lot cheaper, a whole lot more effective than going to a dietitian. And
that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Did you do the 30-day before you became a consultant?
I did at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So I signed up as a consultant. I was like, okay, I want to do this 30-day program. And if it's legit, if I feel a difference, I'm going to run with this opportunity, because Arbonne's not only just about clean products, but like you said, Alexis, we have a network marketing financial opportunity attached to the products. So I wanted to make sure that I could get behind the company, the brand, the products, the testimony. I wanted my own. And I was a perfect patient, perfect person to try the program, because I was struggling a lot with my gut. So,
well, and I love that there's a business opportunity attached, because if the products do change your own life, like you just said, and you want more, again, things aren't cheap necessarily.
right.
You're getting really high quality ingredient products, and therefore it's like an affiliate or an ambassador. If you can share about what you love and help others, it'll help pay for your own products.
Yeah.
Which is a game changer.
I feel like I've only been in it about a month, and I've just kind of been dipping my toes in. Y'all got me going with the fizz, which, as you can see, is almost gone here. This is the apricot, the basil apricot, and I am a coffee girl. I love my coffee, but Alexis was like, do you think you could like maybe just cut back a little bit? And I'm like, maybe.
Only because it was a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah,
okay,
I know,
ma'am.
I know.
Hey, I had the gold card. Like, was a gold card member since 2016. So my husband was thrilled when I said I'm going to stop drinking coffee and try this Arbonne thing.
Still have my gold card.
Hey, mine's still active too.
You know.
I save a lot of money.
But I've been cutting out my afternoon coffee and trading it in for the fizz and then the Greens Elixir, which you talked about in the beginning.
That I'm sipping.
And just in doing that, I've noticed a difference in how I'm feeling in the afternoon. I'm not getting like the crashy feeling after having coffee at like 2:00, and I start to feel jittery and sleepy at the same time. It's weird.
Well, that's also because of the blood sugar balance too. Because here you're mixing this with water. It's low cal, low carb. But when you have a coffee or you've mixed it with a milk, you know, it might spike your blood sugar and then have you crash. And that's why.
Which is what I do.
Yeah.
Or did.
Then you want another one.
Yeah. Well, also the alkaline forming ingredients, like I learned so much about my body through the 30 days, like why it's important to focus on alkalinity, what foods are acidic and how that can turn into. I had personally chronic leaky gut, like 10 plus years of leaky gut, which I had no idea. I was a college volleyball player. So I had to sit out of games on the sidelines. I remember so vividly being in so much pain, and of course the gastroenterologists, and you know, I had endoscopies done and scopes and labs and blood works, and everyone was just said you're just sensitive to whatever, like you just cut back on this and that. And they didn't, obviously leaky gut goes so much more beyond that, but take this pill, take this. And I'm like,
how do I heal the root cause so I don't have to experience this continually?
Yeah. And I've coached thousands of people through the program in the past 4 years, and I just find so much joy in helping people, one, with a financially lower cost than going to a doctor, getting labs done, going and getting these scopes done. I just see it being a lifestyle that's so effective for literally everyone. I've helped professional athletes before through it. I've helped the average stay-at-home mom that just wants more energy. Like, I see it.
A lot of moms, yeah.
Yeah, I just see this being beneficial for so many people because you're focusing on alkalining your body.
And creating health, like, sustainably. Because what's the saying? Illness is more expensive than wellness.
True.
Yeah.
That's my spin on the quote.
Yeah.
I mean, like, disease is, like, more expensive than something. But, yeah, like, illness is more expensive than wellness. So if you're trying to just Band-Aid an illness, it's still there.
Yeah.
But if you work on alkalizing your body, creating healthy products, supporting your body with good nutrition, supportive supplements, then you're really healing the cause and able to maintain that.
And going back to the original question, I knew I could put my name behind this because it was a sustainable approach. This is not a quick fix diet. This is not a weight loss challenge. This is not your next keto. This is not a fad diet. This is 30 days to healthy living, not 30 days of healthy living. So what's the point of doing something for 30 days, not learning sustainable habits, and then going back to what you're doing before? It triggers me so much because I want people to be able to feel good for the next 20 years, not for the next just 30 days. So I knew I could put my name behind this company because that's what they're all about. So
I can't wait to do the 30 days. It'll be my first time. And I don't know when we're supposed to talk about this, but, I got excited. But we are getting ready to do another 30-day challenge coming up here. So if you're watching, you want to join us.
We're planning a spring one for April 1st.
April 1st.
So we will get this episode out before then. But yeah, I know it's like March 1st basically this weekend. So Whitney's like, but can we start tomorrow now?
Maybe.
It honestly is the reason why I decided to partner with Arbonne.
Yeah.
Like, so I did, to answer your question, I jumped in with both. I was like, let me see what this hype is about and let me sign up for a cheap business opportunity that could turn into a lot more.
And the two key things I think you noticed in your own journey was healing your IBS and also helping you maintain energy with a young child.
Yeah. Now I'm a mom, and back then I was not. So I'm glad that I addressed the root problem before. But I have helped a lot of moms postpartum just trying to figure it out. And so I like that we can have the ability to help a wide variety of people, whether they're super advanced in their wellness journey or whether they're just starting. So
yeah, I agree.
So we talked a little bit about kind of some of the hesitations, but for you, before you got started, kind of what do you feel like was your initial hesitation that you had?
Well, I am type A, and I'm an introvert, or I was. I'd say I've practiced being like, more...
You're so good. Yeah.
But I did start out very fearful of what other people were going to think of me. I really feared the failure aspect. I wanted to succeed so bad. I'm a very high achiever. I'm Enneagram type 3. So I'm very goal driven. If I set out to do something, like, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm not going to do something and quit. So I really had to make sure, again, I had to put my faith in this company and these products, and I checked, like, that happened for me. I changed my gut. I felt incredible. I felt better than when I was playing college volleyball, you know?
Wow.
So I was like, I need to share this. But I would say the initial hesitations that I had, for sure, fear of judgment. What are other people going to think of me? Which is dumb looking back at it. And then the second thing is, what if I fail? Like, what if I put my name behind this and then I fail? But what I've realized is, like, the only way to fail at this is if I quit.
Yeah. The only way to fail is to quit.
Yeah. So
you can't fail if you don't quit.
I can work hard. I have that check. Like, I have that work ethic, I think, from being a college athlete. That's just, like, drilled in my brain. And I find enjoyment in working hard towards things. But I think realizing that all I had to do was work hard and don't quit, and I'll be successful. And then the longer through my journey, I realized that, it's not even about me. It's about how I can help other people be successful. And that's the joy that I find in it now, because at the beginning I was like, me, right? Like, let's pay off my student loan debt. Let's do this. Let's, me. But now it's like, I want to help this friend do this in their life. And it goes so much more beyond selling products that it's not even funny. Like, it's so much
we talked
more
about how
other
it's about
people.
serving over selling at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's the only way to move forward, really.
Yeah, and another hesitation was I'm not a salesperson. I hate selling.
I know, right?
You
When you said that too,
I'm like,
yeah.
I am so not good at selling things.
And
Because it doesn't feel natural.
yeah, so what I say to people whenever they have that hesitation, I'm like, perfect. We don't want salespeople. Like, you don't want to be salesy. Like, no one wants to be sold to. And so what I love about it is, like, if you can put your name behind these products by experiencing XYZ health benefit from it, then that's all you really need to be confident in knowing that other people want clean products that work and feel good too. And so, yeah, I just love that.
And I think there's a difference too, because it seems like, just from what I've noticed from you and obviously Alexis and some of the other women that are also involved, like, everybody who has their name behind Arbonne is genuinely interested in feeling good, finding better ways to be healthy, or ways to be healthy, and then share that with people they care about.
Right.
And that's really what it is. Like, you're building community and sharing what you care about because it's helped you.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Exactly.
And the fear of judgment is real. It happens to every single person because we don't inherently like to be judged. And I've talked about this on our team call the other day. I was sharing, I don't know that I would have been in the right mindset 5 years ago because I was pretty sensitive to judgment. But now, as I've gotten older, you learn to not care what other people think, because not everybody will ever agree with you. Like, you can't please everybody. And you have to do what feels right to you, that feels aligned for you to do. And so I just think it's interesting. I think for people listening, whether you're a college girl that wants to get into this game, you may face more judgment younger and be more sensitive to it, but as you get older, you start to grow out of it, which is good, because you're doing, your reason and your why. And I did want to say, even though you maybe started as me, you have to have your why of why you're starting. This was my story. This is how it helped me. And here's why I want to start the business opportunity, because I want to pay off my student loans or XYZ. And if you can, they always say, start with why. And if you can stay grounded in that, then you can continue to look and be open-minded about how you are serving others.
Yeah, I love that so much, because whenever you take the focus off of you and onto others, the pressure comes off of you. You don't feel like you're being salesy, or if you lead with the right intention, people can connect with your energy. They can understand if you're being genuine, if you really want to help them, or if you're not being genuine. And so I think that's so important, having your own why you want to start. And with the fear of judgment, I heard this early on in my business, and I love it because it's so true. People's opinions are not going to pay your bills. Like, they're just not.
Drop.
Like, and everything is so expensive nowadays. Like, if you don't have a side hustle, whatever you want to call this, or a third, fourth, 13th stream of income, like, what are you doing?
I know, like, how and what
How are you
doing?
getting by? And I hate to see it, but I see this so often, that people are interested, but they hold back because they're scared of what other people are going to think. But here's the thing, you don't need your closest friends and family to support you in this. I think you shared this the other day, we were talking about this the other day. There will be people that come along your path that truly need you and you specifically to help them. And it won't matter if your close friends and family, like, if you were to open up your own brick and mortar, would you expect your family to keep you in business? Like, no. So you learn how to network. That's part of network marketing. You learn how to network the right way, how to go about this in the right way, and then you get to grow your reach, and other people want this opportunity just like we do. So,
although your mom would probably show up at the business a lot.
Oh, yeah. My mom already has a whole box of Arbonne.
I mean, it's great if they do support you,
She's
but
VIP.
we don't need that to feel
Yeah.
confident in what we're doing. And I really wish that more people would catch hold of this. That aspect of it is like, it would be nice to have that support, but you don't really need it, because at the end of the day, you're doing what's best for you and your family.
Right.
And not everybody's going to understand it, and they don't have to.
Right.
They don't have to.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what I was saying on the call too was, actually, it is okay to start with friends and family if they support and trust you. Like, again,
Correct.
I called Whitney, my
Correct.
best friend. I was like,
Yeah.
girl, these products are changing my life, and this retreat just caught me on fire. I really want you to try them.
Yeah.
And I know that as my best friend, she's going to believe me because we've been friends forever, and I'm not just going to come like lie to her. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's like an extra boost of confidence when you start with people who know you're genuinely trying to tell them something good.
Yeah, because I know you, and I know you're not going to get involved with a product that you don't like or wouldn't use.
Yeah.
So I know that about you, and you were excited. So I was like, okay, well, now let's see what this is
And
about.
I always share my favorite products. That's like so my personality.
You do.
And so I feel like I was trying to tell people, like, if you're concerned about judgment, like, start with the people who know and believe you and want to hear what you have to say about it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And I shared this. So within the first year of my business, I promoted to the top 2%. Like, it happened pretty quickly in retrospect of like what's average in the company. And I've shared this before, and every time I share it, people are like, oh my gosh, that's a great point. 90% of my client base did not come from people I knew before Arbonne.
That's incredible.
In that first year of my business. So that just shows you the power of how badly people want an online business, how badly people want online products that are healthy for them with a low startup cost. And so it would be nice to have the support, but I personally didn't have a ton of it. And so I had to look at it objectively and say, this is my nutrition online business. Like, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to my mom, because when I was a health coach, I would try capsules, powders, gummies, because each of my clients needed something different. So my mom, the reason I want to shout her out is because she doesn't like pills. She doesn't like to swallow pills. And so anytime I find a good like powder supplement, I'm like, okay, Mom, I found what you need. And because, you know, like, well, she'll do like the hum vitamins, you know, like she likes the gummies or the powders better. And so I was so happy that I was able to recommend a couple of my favorites to her. So, yeah,
my mom doesn't listen to me. So
my mom, I'll shout out my mom too. She's always supported me, and she's really had these products help with her health journey as well. So shout out to the moms.
To the moms.
Yeah, I feel like we could still get your mom. I have hope.
Well, it's gonna take a while.
Your mom might believe me more than she believes
you.
Sometimes.
You might need to be the one to talk to her.
Yeah.
Seriously, sometimes it can't. It's too close, you know.
Yeah, if it's too close, it won't work. Yeah.
Just share like the protein ball recipe with her, or the protein bark. Like, that always gets people.
That's a good plan.
I did bring y'all some protein balls for the end of the episode. Okay, so you talked about how you were introduced, some initial attractions, some hesitations. You've talked a little bit about what it's done for you. Do you want to add on to that at all?
Yeah. So it has changed my life drastically just in 4 years. Whenever I was introduced to Arbonne, it was April of 2020, and one of my dear friends and mentors, Morgan, shout out to Morgan, she asked me this very simple question that made me stop in my tracks. And this one question is the reason that I decided to say yes to this. And it was, if you keep doing what you're doing in 5 years, where will you be? And will you be happy? And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I was in the middle of a pandemic, working in healthcare. I had the Monday scaries, or the Sunday scaries, or the Friday blues, whatever you want to call it, or maybe it's vice versa.
All of the above.
Yeah,
All the above.
I had anxiety about it because I was working full-time and overtime, 6-7 days a week, and just to pay the bills. And I was trying to chip away at my student loans at the time. I just graduated from a private therapy school with my master's. And so I was I was on the rat race. You know, I was in that hamster wheel, and I was 25 years old. And so in 5 years, I'd be 30. Shout out April birthdays. We're about to be there.
We're turning 30.
Dirty
Oh
30.
my gosh,
We're doing the 30
years
days
ago.
for our 30s.
Yes.
Woo!
94 babies. But so 5 years ago, I was like, okay, I'll be 30 years old. Do I still want to be in this rat race of working 9 to 5, overtime, 7, whatever, you know? So I really had to take a look at my situation and say, am I willing to get uncomfortable, be courageous, and be the first one to do this? Because I know that other people will fall in love with this company just like I did and want this business opportunity and run with it. But I had to be the one to say, okay, Jess, let's take that step of courage and faith and change it up. And she asked, what would an extra $1,000 a month do for you? And that changed it right there for me. I initially wanted to start just to cover the product cost because I love the products. And I said, if I could make $200 a month to cover these products, like my husband would be so happy with me. So that was my like, okay, $200 a month. And then that $1,000 a month, like if that was extra to what I was doing full time, how could that bless my life? And then I thought about, well, how could an extra $1,000 bless others' lives? And so that 5-year question really hit me to my core. And I realized that if I wanted something different in my life, I had to do something different. And that just was like, okay, I need to do this. Like, what kind of opportunity is out there where I love helping people, I love wellness, and I'm ready to step in this entrepreneurial business. For back then it was $40. So to start my own business for a whole year, no overhead, no, auto shipments, nothing like that. So that was one thing that really started it. But as far as what it's done for me, so I work 10 hours a week now, from going from like full-time overtime to 10 hours. And I'm able to be a present, stay-at-home mom for my daughter, who's almost 1.5 when we're recording this.
That's a dream for me as well.
Yeah, it almost makes me tear up because we just built our first home out in the country. My husband gets to pursue his passions of coaching college baseball. So looking back to 2020 and asking myself that question, my life looks completely different now. But outside of the choices that it has given me, I think choices are the biggest thing. But the friendships, the community, like I cannot speak more to the women that are in this company. It is filled with empowerment, women that want to see you win. They are in your corner and they're pushing you. They're saying you can do this. And there's no judgment or competition or jealousy. Like we are all rising together. And it's so refreshing coming from a college athlete standpoint. I'm always used to like a team aspect. Yep. So I loved the aspect of this community and just the togetherness that it has. I mean, I've met some of my best friends, and when I got started in the business, they told me I would. And I'm like, yeah, right. Like this is a wellness like business. Like, I don't know what you're thinking, but there's no way. But like some of my best friends are in this business now, and it's just been the biggest unexpected blessing from thinking that I'm going to be selling wellness products to just a life-changing opportunity. So
amazing.
I'm grateful to call you a friend from it as well.
Yes.
So wonderful.
And you can really, like Jessi, again, we love your energy. That's why you're here. And you're just such a great mentor to me. Because I think I had told you before, like I'd considered other network marketing companies, but the people that I knew doing them were out of state or just weren't near me. And I didn't really feel like I could be mentored as I needed or have the community that I craved. And so knowing that, you just showed early on, you were consistently checking in with me. How are you feeling? How can I help you? And then also we get to see you in person. Sure, you might be out in a small town, but it's, Houston, fourth largest city. So we still get to come together sometimes. And I absolutely love that. And so I hope I pass that on to you, Whit, as I'm what Jessi teaches me, pass on to you.
Yeah, you already are.
And you the next person.
Yeah.
It's a really great opportunity, and we have such a great community here in Houston of
that was a big
our
difference,
Arbonne girls. Yeah, shout out, is it East? it's West. Shout out the West Houston. We're in the Richmond, Sugarland, Katy area. But I'm excited to grow our group here because we have all different backgrounds doing this with us. I mean, everyone has their own thing outside of Arbonne. I think it's important to highlight that this does not need to be jump in and change your whole career path.
Right. It can be a supplement.
Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what I've been telling myself because I am very competitive with myself. So I see people succeeding. I'm like, okay, that's inspiration. I need to do better. And I'm like, okay, slow your roll. Slow your roll. You are doing a lot. So you just...
consistent action.
Small, consistent action equals big change over time.
Massive results.
And I think the beginning is the most important because you having that courage to step out and do it first. And the beautiful part of network marketing is that everyone has their own network. There's no crossover, no jealousy or competition. Everyone has an equal opportunity to rise. And not everyone wants this to be in the top of our company. And that makes it beautiful because there are plenty of people that are doing this just to cover daycare costs or to cover groceries or to cover gas, or an extra $200 a month could be life-changing for a lot of people. I know it was for me.
Oh, yeah.
And so you do not need to jump into Arbonne and think it has to be your everything, because it does not. Everyone has something going on outside of this. It beautifully couples a lot of different ways, because you can work it around your day, can weave it into the nooks and crannies, and it's not a job. It's a fun thing that we get to do.
Well, and that's why we love it, because again, we run Wellness for Hugh outside our day jobs, and it's all about wellness. It's all about building community, and it is a business, which you could say the exact same thing of Arbonne. It just perfectly aligned. It's all about wellness. It's about building community. And it's a business. And we had,
we had an event, was it yesterday morning?
Yeah.
We had an event on a rooftop yoga sculpt event, and a friend of ours, she purchased some products from me that she was going to split with another girl to kind of try them out. And so she was there with her products, and she was looking at everything. We have it all on the table. Alexis is showing her stuff, and then somebody else will walk by and be like, ooh, what's that? And then we're pouring the fizz into the drinks, and like it just aligns so well, and it's just fun to it goes with what we're already
People
doing.
People are curious. It was funny because at this event we were sponsoring with coffee, mimosas, and like juice. Like we already had a lot of drinks going on. Like
lots of liquids over
lots
there.
Lots of liquids going on. And even the guy who brought the coffee was like, oh, like what is that y'all are drinking? Does something have vitamin C? And I was like, we do. I was like, you're welcome to, like I had a couple of mine with me, and I was like, we poured them in the cups for him to try. And I was like, if you ever get tired of this coffee, this could be a great way to have like an afternoon boost, just like Whitney said earlier. So it was really funny. I actually need to follow up and message him.
Yeah.
LOL.
Bob.
But something, too, I want to point out that's different, I'd say that's network marketing versus the traditional, like, influencer. Is something that is really big on social media, obviously, like wellness influencer, partner with a specific brand. What I love about Arbonne is that as a consultant, we're not only getting paid on the first order, but every single reorder that happens. And then it has that network marketing opportunity where I'm sure you partnered with brands before. You said in the past you did, is it AG1 or...
I'm partnered with a lot of brands.
Yeah.
And
so the difference between network marketing, that is huge. And I think more people need to start asking questions around the network marketing opportunity with whatever industry that they're already partnered with, like a wellness brand, because this has an uncapped income opportunity versus like 15% off using my code.
Right. Yeah. And I 100% agree, because I do rep a lot of brands, and I do want to conserve my energy because now I'm getting spread a little thin, right? So I want to consolidate. But I would say some differences I've noticed are other brands, it's a code. Your customer can only use it the first time. But on Arbonne, your discounts apply for the whole year if you're a client, and then of course you can renew. And the client is like $29 for a year, which is like cheaper than your Costco membership. So there's that. You get the discounts all year. And then secondly, usually like my percentage, like you get a percent as an ambassador and affiliate,
right?
But what you make commission is still pretty low. It can be anywhere from 5% to 15%. That's kind of like the range of the ones I work with. And maybe you get 15% the first sale, but after that it drops to 5%, which is really dollars. Like it's barely, like it's pennies to dollars on a lot of these brands. And so with Arbonne, I want to say we said it's about 35%.
35 to 40.
And as you progress, if you have larger product sales per month, then you can get, bonus style checks and other kinds of things like that, which we would fill you in on.
Yeah, and my favorite part too is not only the commission side of things, but we get paid 3 different ways.
Right.
And so you're not just getting paid off of one commission, you're getting an override if you decide to grow a team and franchise out. And I think that's the beautiful part of it, because you can help someone who's maybe not has the influence of all these followers online or this whole influence of like a wellness influencer, but you can help that stay-at-home mom or your friend earn some money by giving them the business opportunity side of it for a very low startup cost. And so I love that you can help other people with both avenues versus just focusing on like buy a product using my code.
Right.
So tell us, what are your top, I know there's so many to choose from, but what are your top 5 products that you would say?
Well, first, if you haven't tried the gateway drug to Arbonne, you need to try Fizz.
Yeah, so we are known for the Fizz. So we're going to talk about our favorite products, and we've brought a bunch of them here. So Jessi, you can point them out as you chat. But the Fizz is probably the number one. Wait, is that what they were saying? Is Fizz still the number one?
To me, it's the number one.
To me, I can't remember what they said at the retreat. Yeah.
I don't know, but we sell a lot of Fizz for a good reason. Fizz is our natural energy from green tea, guarana, ginseng, B vitamins, and antioxidants. And it is only 55 milligrams, so it's helped me tremendously bring
55 milligrams of caffeine.
From
which is
green
like half
tea,
a cup of coffee,
right?
But natural.
Yeah. So it's that alkaline forming versus coffee, which is acidic. That's what's going to cause a lot of your leaky gut, IBS, chronic gut issues over time. But Fizz is like, it's a mom's drug. Like especially being like a mom now, like I don't know how people do mommying without Fizz. It is.
It's not recommended.
I don't know how y'all are surviving out there.
And if you are sensitive to caffeine, we are showing the caffeine-free one here. I sometimes buy the caffeine-free one because I am sensitive. Like I've never drank coffee my entire life, so
I can take 4 Fizz a day and still be good.
Jessi
I don't
literally
need that
have like
one,
3 a
but-
day.
Well,
and
if I have like an
one, I'm
espresso,
wired.
I used to drink the Starbucks in the morning and then a coffee in the afternoon to try to stay awake. It would never work, but
Do you have no more coffee anymore? Are you like completely?
I don't crave it.
Unless she
Really?
runs out of Fizz.
Yeah, which is, but like I love the smell of coffee and the taste, but I do not crave it. It's really helped my cravings.
Really?
Yeah, I crave like healthier
Fizz.
things.
You crave Fizz.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I don't know how people go without it. Anyways, Fizz is the number one. If you don't try anything else, you need to try Fizz. The protein is great for a lot of different reasons. We have a lot of different styles of protein. This is our essential meal.
That's my favorite one.
This is very convenient to just mix and go. It has a full amino acid profile, certified low glycemic index, but it has things, it's the only protein powder on the market in the world with avocado oil. And so it's made with quinoa, brown rice, cranberries, peas. It's a really great meal replacement if you just need to shake it up with some non-dairy milk, or I like doing raw milk now. Now that I'm out in the country, I get access to raw milk.
Yeah.
So it makes it really creamy. But the essential meal is great. Our original Feel Fit protein, I love it. I love the coffee flavor. Like, that's my favorite.
And that's one way to help girls get off the coffee is the coffee and protein.
Yeah, I make like an iced coffee protein shake or a latte or whatever. It's amazing.
You should need to try that
I
one
need to
next.
try that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the vanilla protein specifically because I do like to mix mine with stuff. So I'll mix it into yogurt. I will make it with a shaker, a smoothie, and then I also like to make protein balls with it.
Yeah.
So if I have all the flavors, then it constricts me on what I can.
Which you made for us today, right?
Yes, I did. I'm actually.
Whitney's like, where is
I'm
it?
like, where are the protein balls?
I'll show them. I mean, you guys can eat them after, but I did roll some beautiful protein balls with almond butter, a little bit of honey, a couple of oats sprinkled in, and chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Those look really good.
And then literally,
And I'm good right now, but wait, if
pass
you
one
want.
to Whitney. She
So
can
something
taste
about
that
the
one for you.
protein too is, as a college athlete, like I have tried every protein under the sun. My dad had me on GNC protein when I was like 15 years old. So I've had like everything. What was that? I forget the brand, but I've never tasted a protein that's not gritty or grainy. And this one is like, you don't even realize it's protein.
Aren't those so smooth?
It's really good.
It is made like, I taste like I'm drinking a chocolate milkshake. Like, give it to my daughter and she thinks it's chocolate milkshake. It's great.
I love that. I would do that for my daughter.
Yeah.
My fiance
It's
would
such a
laugh so
great-
hard.
My
Eating her
favorite,
child
last
protein
thing I'll
powder.
say about the protein, because this saved me during pregnancy and postpartum, prenatal, everything. It has a full 24 vitamins and minerals packed into it. So I don't take a multivitamin anymore because I have at least one
interesting.
protein shake a day.
I haven't been like craving my multivitamin. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Why?
like sometimes I just forget to take it because I think I feel
I've
satisfied.
saved so much money over the years just drinking a protein shake a day, and I'm getting in a lot of great things from it. It's certified low glycemic. It's not
Good
going to
point.
spike blood sugar. So anyways, protein.
I do want to wear the blood sugar monitor to test that, so we'll
Yeah.
circle back on my Instagram.
The last three products, and I'll get off of this. I could talk forever. Greens Elixir, which Alexis brought you into the business.
Yeah, hold
that
up.
one product alone.
I was like, wait a minute. I want to hype this for a second because if you buy anything, to me, the Greens is really great. Like, again, all of the three we just said, the Greens, Fizz, and protein, is in a bundle, the Essentials bundle, so you can get all three of these top three. What I like about the greens is it does have the serving of fruit and veggies, but it does also have digestive enzymes and some probiotics. So it helps with your gut health.
And it has the hyaluronic acid for collagen, so it's good for the skin. So you're getting the skin and the gut connection there.
It's really working on your gut healing whilst providing those micronutrients from the fruits and veggies. I'm obsessed. It's the best tasting one because of the vitamin C in it. It helps cut that greens taste. It's not too sweet, but not too earthy.
And if you want to get crazy, I like the greens, the greens and the fizz mixed together.
Winnie just makes all these concoctions.
No,
It's so good.
She's onto something. That is the best combination. But I will say, one of the reasons I love that product so much is it's cheaper than like the AG1 that like everyone's taking. It tastes so much better. And this is like a very important fact that people don't realize about it. Okay, the collagen in there is not just regular collagen. It's a collagen builder. So after the age of 25, our body stops producing as much collagen as we'd like it to, unfortunately. And that is a collagen builder with hyaluronic acid. So it builds off of the naturally producing collagen that your body is already producing. That is a game changer. Because when you take collagen, you can easily just pee it out.
Ugh.
No. I don't want that.
A lot of people don't know
But
that.
it's be effective. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I feel like, if it's not
This
the
is why
right
your
type,
skin's
you'll
looking
pee
so
everything out.
good lately.
So I've been trying. We stayed out a little late this weekend, so don't look too close.
Zooming in.
But seriously, at last couple of years, I struggled a lot with my skin, which Whitney knows because I had PCOS. I might have cured it. I'm not sure. Get some more blood work done because I've been feeling great. But yeah, definitely when I was struggling with my PCOS during COVID, my skin was just crazy wrecked. I was like, ugh.
The fourth thing I'll say, the Derm Results skincare line. Like,
True.
I used to wash my face with a makeup remover wipe. Again, I was an athlete, not like a beauty specialist by any means. So I was lucky if I could like wash my face with face wash. But the Derm Results line is so good. Like, I am not advanced in skincare, but it has changed my skin and so many other clients. So it's great if you're looking for
I've been loving it. So what I do is a lot of times when you have a qualifying order, it lets you add a free product. And so I usually add one of the Derm Results
You're
or one
smart.
skincare ones to try it out. Because like what brought me to it was definitely the wellness, but I'm like curious. I'm like, let me just add that. And so I got the Glow lotion, which I loved, and there was another moisturizer that I got. One was like more night, one was more day, and I loved both of them. Like the night one's
So
gone.
you make a really great point because thinking about business terms here, if you have a nutrition client, like let's just say Alexis is one of my clients, loves the greens, you start branching out to other nutrition products, but then you try the skincare with a free gift, then you're now a nutrition and skincare client, and then you see the mascara and you want non-toxic mascara.
I want that one next.
And then you have a baby one day and you get the baby products, and then your husband needs some skincare, and then you need some sunscreen, then you need some toothpaste. Like, we have
Hand soap.
everything.
And then suddenly you
So
have
now,
all 400.
Amazon.
So now your, let's say, $200
Arbonne
order
is
a
the new
month
Amazon.
turns into so much more, and that is your passive income that can come. So that is the beauty of, from a business mindset, like the one-stop shop, it now becomes your family's place to buy non-toxic products versus a larger merchandiser like Amazon, Target, Sephora, wherever you're shopping. Not only are you shopping from your one store, but you're supporting a friend or family member.
And you're supporting your own business if you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
And then if you reach the first level of management, you start getting paid for products you buy for your household. So you get to paid to shop from your own store.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's
You
smart.
also mentioned the mushroom powder.
Yes.
I want to know about that.
So
'cause I haven't
that
tried
is
that
a
one.
5, I should have brought it, but it is a 5 blends of mushrooms. And it's an adaptogenic mushroom powder, and any health wellness people, you know about the adaptogenic power of mushrooms. And Arbonne is really great with keeping up with the latest trends. And so that product is amazing. It's actually, so Dr. Mo Boger is a neuroscientist, and she said that the mushroom adaptogenic powder works its best coupled with our herbal detox tea. That combination is really great for brain health, especially when you're sleeping. So if you take it before you go to bed, I'm not going to talk on all that, but
Science, yeah.
it's a really top of the line product. So I would also
I definitely want
recommend
to try that. I'm waiting until I run out of another mushroom tub. But I usually take mine in the morning because I want like a little bit of like brain focus. But mine are like lion's mane and some of those. I need to look at what ours is.
It does have lion's mane in it.
Okay.
It has. I'm not going to try to pronounce the rest.
There's good things in there.
Yes.
Okay, one more I'm going to say, and then we're gonna start to close down. The immunity fizz. I'm so sorry because everybody keeps getting
really
sick,
good.
and I'm not gonna lie, this might be my favorite tasting product.
Yeah.
Just hands down, great tasting. This one is rosemary fig. So interesting.
Oh yeah, I had that one yesterday, right?
It's so good. Packed with vitamin C, stronger than emergency, cleaner than emergency. And seriously, everybody's getting sick. I was just telling y'all, Sebastian was sick for, 5-7 days, coughing, congested, and I just kept taking this daily and like.
And you don't really ever get sick.
I really, that comes back to the gut health. You got to have the root there. But the vitamin C definitely helped keep my immune system strengthened this past week. And it's so easy to take when traveling because a lot of people also get sick traveling, exposed to more germs and just being out of their routine. So I always tell people, if you're going to take anything traveling,
that coupled with our dream tea is like the nighttime dream combo.
You do that, and I need to do that.
It's dreamy.
Try it. It's
okay,
I'm gonna make
do
that
you
tonight.
think in like 2 minutes you can give us like a really quick rundown of like your daily wellness routine?
For sure. So I wake up
And
in the
while
morning.
you do that, I need another protein ball.
So I have been really into intermittent fasting with my hormone cycles in the past like 6 months. Postpartum, it has changed the game for me. That's a conversation for another day. But if I'm fasting, then I will have my morning tizzy, a tea and fizz, mid-morning, maybe like 9-10 o'clock. And this is a hot cup of our herbal detox tea with a fizz stick. This is your clean coffee replacement. Oh my gosh, I cannot live without my morning tizzies. So I do that, and then I do a coffee protein shake with MCT oil, mushroom powder. I'll add some of that in there. And I like to do either raw milk or a non-dairy milk with that. And so I start my day with protein shake and my tizzy, and then I'll do our Green Synergy Elixir or the original Green Gut Glow shot. It's viral, Green Gut Glow, like it's all over the internet, but that is basically our 3-in-1 green synergy, just individualized with your greens, your gut health, your pre and probiotics, and your collagen. I'll do that with lunch or just anywhere in my day. And then I will have another fizz in the afternoon. I love doing like 2 fizzes at once, like a double fizz. It's like my afternoon treat. I love it. And I need that when I'm at home all day, momming it up with my toddler. And then I'll end the day with that dream tea and immunity fizz, like you said. And then, my baby girl uses all the Arbonne products, like the lotion, the Bath & Body, the diaper rash cream. We use like the toothpaste, and my husband he's forced to use everything as well. So yes.
Well, your husband may be forced, but my fiance like sneaks them when I'm not looking. We run out of greens, and I'm like, where did all the green synergy go?
No, Trey is like, can you order me more protein and fizz? I have to keep the fizz. I hide it from him, but I'm saying I force him to use the skincare because he's a college baseball coach. He's out in the sun all day long, so
Yeah.
I force him to use the skincare.
So is it do they have men's products as well? I haven't even looked at that.
Yeah.
Time to get your boyfriend on it. He actually did order some fizz. I want to hear what he thinks. Okay, amazing. And your baby girl is seriously the cutest and the happiest little girl.
Thank
so
you.
She's thriving her best life with Arbonne. And I want to
so
shout
much.
out, since we just talked about a ton of products, how to find us. And also we'll include information in the description. But basically, we recommend you reach out to us on Instagram. So we'll drop that in the show notes. We've got, do you want to spell yours?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Miss Jessi Porras, MRSJSSIPORRAS_, and that's where you can find me.
Yep, or find us, Alexis for Wellness, Wellness for Hugh, and one of us can help set you up with these incredible products. You can also find our names in the description of this episode. Basically, when you go to order, it just asks what consultant referred you, so we would love for you to refer one of us. And yeah, and if you need help with any questions, come ask us on Instagram.
Excited for y'all's reset group, April
We are
1st.
so excited. We'll be hyping that this month. After the rodeo, everybody gonna need it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I really need it now, but it's all right. We're gonna wait.
You gotta order it first. So to wrap up, our last question is always, what does wellness mean to you?
So from a mom's perspective, I will say that it's really increasing your self-worth. I would say. Because the more that I can focus on making sure that I'm putting myself first, the more I can show up for her. But in general, like, wellness to me just means self-respect. Like, you respect yourself enough to take care of yourself, because it is work, it is effort. And at the end of the day, it's showing how much you respect yourself, like your fitness level, how you treat your body, what you put into your body, what you put on your body. And it's really just becoming the best version of you so you can show up better for other people.
That's
I love
beautiful.
that.
Yes.
Showing up for yourself. That's powerful.
Well, thank you so much, Jessi, for being here. We're so glad you're our mentor. We love being your friend, partnering with you. It's incredible. So thank you so much.
And you did amazing.
You did amazing.
You. I want to say thank y'all for having me on and sharing just the opportunity with Arbonne, and I'm excited for what the future holds.
So excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.